I recently just finished building the Ghostbusters firehouse, and I alluded to the fact that I wanted to light it up, and so that's what I'm going to do. I actually picked up lighting kits for both the firehouse and for the Ecto-1 here, so that's what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to put this over here. I have the instructions. Basically it says, before you open this, please go here and get the instructions. I mean, basically it says, stop. Take your time. It's easier to install our kits after the model has been assembled, and never pull on a wire. You might break it. Anyway, so now that we've got the lights out, it's all in one big strand, so we're actually going to test it out and see if they all work. So many lights all attached to the same strand. Anyway, that's fine. Plug it into this nifty little USB hub here, and turn on the switch. And it would appear that everything works. So we've got really bright boy. We can keep him slightly hidden. I got the brake lights, we got the headlights. Like, I can basically tell what almost everything is, so let's get started, shall we? Okay, so we have the Ecto-1. Sorry if I actually kind of like get in the way a little bit of the camera. But anyway, let's start following the instructions. So basically right now we're going to start working on the front of the car. And so obviously the front of the car starts with these guys here. So the four headlights and this little blue light right here. So let's start with that guy. And in order to do that, it says that I need to remove some pieces. So looks like that. Moving the hood. I might actually need to get like a piece separator. And then, okay, so like, looks like this piece right here. Okay, so I've removed, I've basically revealed that portion of the front. Give me just a second. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go grab a piece separator. You know what? We can take this off too. So it's gonna go in underneath here. And we're just gonna start by removing this guy and replacing with a new one. And of course, one of the biggest things here is that you want to be super careful. You don't want to push, you don't want to pull. You want to let everything do what it does. I'm hoping this doesn't become like too weird just because like of all the wires floating around everywhere. Alright, so now it just tells me that we're going to separate the clear block, or the clear stud, both at the same time, from each of the headlights. Because we don't need the clear studs anymore, because we're going to be replacing those. All we need are the slightly metallic silver ones. Then we're going to start applying these. I'm trying to be super careful about like moving around with the wires. And I'm also trying to keep in mind the fact that I'm going to be having to put like Lego pieces over the top of these, so basically now I've got like 3 loops. And And then I've got this loop right here. Okay, I guess that's it. So I should be able to put this one back. This this is Slay the Spire music, I just realized. Alright, so let's finish putting the hood basically back on. Hide that middle spool. And then probably put these back on too. It would help if I put it back on the right spot. Okay, I'm actually kind of curious. I want to see. I freaking love it. Like, already, that is amazing. Okay. We won't test it again. We'll save the best for last. But we're gonna move on. Okay. Next piece of the puzzle. So basically we're just gonna turn this over and we're going to use again, just careful of the wire. I'm gonna use this little smooth boy to hold the wire in place. As we move back towards the back of the car. Okay. And then like it goes through here. I just did a little light pull on them to just make sure that I have all of the slack that I need. Because we're heading towards the back of the car now. And it's telling me that these are what we're going to be working on, which are the taillights. Alright, so we're going to take off the roof. And then we're going to remove the existing taillights and back bumper. Okay. Replace the rear light. And we are also apparently removing the rear window. Sorry, I was doing that a little bit off camera. So now, basically like looping back up to the top now. So it says on the roof, oops, sorry. Remove these two round pads. Then we're going to separate the roof. It says remove the part with the yellow plates, which is this guy. It says the first one is the red blinking light on the roof, which has to be this one. So, it's not the first link in the chain, I will say that. But we'll go with it. I'm concerned that my cats are supremely interested in the fact that I'm dealing with, like, little wires. Dude, these clips for these ones are so freaking tight. Alright, so now we're going to do the other lights at the roof. So it says to separate the lights at the rear. Alright, and it says to take off this. Alright, so I'm doing the right one. I'm just not quite understanding what it is that they're telling me to do. I think they're telling me to. Okay, this part goes... This part goes back that way. This part goes up this way. Sorry, I'm also a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff, so I gotta make sure it's like looks exactly the way it did before. You know what? I'm just gonna put these on now without worrying about that. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we've just got this little trailing piece. This wire comes up here. And slides into the center. Hopefully. Alright, let's see if we can take up some of its slack. And maybe even hide it. I'm going to admit the only reason why I'm having a little bit of trouble with this particular step is because the instructions that they were giving were a little bit odd. Like, either they weren't worded right or the pictures that they were showing were just from a really weird angle, because they keep on changing the angle at which they're viewing each of their pieces. Honestly, that's okay. I can completely live with that. Okay, let's reattach this. Okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I can live with this the way that it is. And basically we just need to route the wire back around again so that we can get, like, this wire comes back over to here where these lights are. That's basically what we're taking care of now. So I'm just going to take these off and get them on. Make sure that's all level. Now let's see what specifics it's telling me about this stuff here. Alright, these pieces will be fine. Then this piece. We're gonna kind of hide up here. The wire's gonna slide all the way back. And yes, I'm using the parts separator to sort of maneuver these dainty wires. It's actually working out just fine. Okay, so we can actually put this back. Hey, the top is basically back together. So all we have left is this guy. Ah, got it. Alright, we're getting a little bit tight here. Alright, so basically now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to kind of lock them down. Then we're going to take this and we're going to put it across. Therefore adding the roof lighting. Behave yourself. Okay. So that roof back, tuck that little hose boy, and then it's just cleaning up the end, right? Over these in just a little bit. Okay. Right, I can put the antenna back on. And I guess I can plug this in. Alright, we ready? I'm actually like freaking excited. It's only taken 30 minutes. But holy shit. That is fly as hell. Dude, I love it. Sorry. But dude, look at this. It's so freaking perfect. It's got like super bright cab lighting. I'm sorry if it's like really overexposed in there, but like the back has brake lights and the 2 flashing lights. On the top, we've got that nice color changing light, as well as a red flashing buoy and 2 blue buoys. And on the front, we've got the 4 headlights and the blue spotlight, basically. Damn, that's so freaking cool. I mean, that was half an hour well worth. So, basically, at the end of this, it was a great little kit. A little confusing because the instructions were kind of half-assed. Basically, they showed you some detail, and then they kept on reversing the view. And then they would just give less and less and less detail as the build went through. I know that I didn't follow some of the instructions quite properly, but it all worked. I think mainly my issue was knowing where it was that they were hiding and running the wires, and that's where I sort of failed a little bit. Overall, though, for $38, I was pretty okay with this. And again, this is not any sort of instructional. This is just me doing it and doing this for the very first time. This is the very first time that I've ever done a lighting kit in any sort of Lego, but I'm very happy that it did it on this. But as much confusion and frustration as I was having, the final result is definitely there. And as you can see, it looks freaking beautiful. I am in love with this thing. Like, since this video, I have actually lit the Firehouse video, which I will do a condensed version of that as well. But this is by far my favorite part of the 2 particular kits. But yeah, if you have the extra money, sure, go right ahead. You can find plenty of places to get this. I got this from Amazon, like I said, about $38. If I'm remembering, or if I'm able to, I'll put a link down below to where I got it from. If not, again, just search Ecto-1 Light Kit Lego, all that sort of stuff. Let's just leave it. Anyway, we'll be back either soon or later, but bye for now.